I've welcome. I don't even know where to start with this thing. Iowa State season comes to an end with a 76-62 loss in the Sweet 16 to Tennessee. It's over. The season is over. Another foot injury.
Yeah.
To add to the list of things. Not that that was the reason why Iowa State lost tonight. They certainly did themselves in with a lot of different various options here that you could go through, but having Joshua Jefferson in that game would have been a lot better case. So this is the Cyclone Fanatic After Dark post game show presented by the Iowa Distilling Company out of Cumming, Iowa. Iowa State season is over.
It's deflating because we know that this team was capable of more than this. At least fully healthy, we did. And I think we still saw it tonight, though, that Iowa State didn't need Joshua Jefferson to beat Tennessee.
No.
Now, having him could have changed a lot of things. Basically, Iowa State either needed to have Joshua Jefferson or they needed to knock down free throws. If you do either of those things, if you have either one of those things happen for you, that's enough. Unfortunately, you had both of those show up. Thank you, Kevin. These are the new CF After Dark hats. They're not currently available, but they will be soon. I've got black one with the black and white rope hat here. You got gray and black over there from Matias. We've got Brownie's got a red and white one. Jordan Harris has a white one with a gray patch. We've also got quarter zips there. Whoa, hold on. I want to stop this right now. I want to nip this in the bud right now. This is dumb. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to call people out. This is a bad take. Horrible take.
I'm not really going to get into the whole what this season is type of scenario stuff. It's
speaking of cool hats. There's Keeney.
A lot of different scenarios have played into the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, Iowa State had to have a number of things go wrong in that game to lose that. And like I said, the free throws killed them. Joshua Jefferson being out hurt. Mila Momcilovic just not being able to get anything that whole game for multiple reasons. It's just,
I mean the previous two teams that Iowa State played when Jefferson went out, they didn't take out Momcilovic, and Tennessee did. And obviously, Taman Lipsey had 18 points, and Nate Heise 18 points, but everybody else, we said this on multiple podcasts going into this game, across the Cyclone Fanatic platforms, that Iowa State had to play at least their B+ game in this one, with Jefferson potentially being out, and two guys really did, and it just obviously wasn't enough to get Iowa State to an Elite Eight appearance.
Yeah, I think, and sorry, Keeney's joining us too. We'll let Keeney get his
I
thoughts
bullied
off.
myself in here.
No,
I
you're
just
good.
joined.
We could use a little bit more of that bullying on the glass tonight, unfortunately.
Guys, I'm just wondering, like, what's it going to take for us to be healthy and good at the same time in the tournament? Like,
Gosh, I don't know.
where does Jefferson's rolled ankle rank in the all time? Like
I'm
the
prepared to tell
knee
you
broken foot,
It's right up there with Niang broken foot.
getting placed with Michigan State and Auburn Hills when we were the two best teams. Like, what more can you say, man? Like, it makes you feel makes you question why you even like care.
In terms of how short of the ceiling they fell, this Jefferson sprained ankle might be the worst / most unlucky bad thing to happen for an Iowa State postseason ever. It's worse than the Michigan State Elite Eight. It's worse than Niang's foot. It sucks.
But the thing you look at Jefferson not being in the game, but then, with things that could have gone better, we've said it all along leading up into this moment. Free throws are going to cost this team, and that would have made things a little bit differently. Iowa State started off 7-7 from the free throw line, ended up 15-25. But when you're trying to claw your way back into a game and you're stopping the clock, when you're making 1 of 2 or 0 of 2 at the free throw line, that's certainly not going to help your case. And it finally, you pair that missed free throws with all the other stuff that Iowa State, had a lot of uncharacteristic turnovers. Didn't really force a whole lot of turnovers in the second half. You pair all that together, it just eventually did them in. When Iowa State didn't come out with their hair on fire in the second half and didn't instantly go on like a, let's just say 6-0 run, it felt like the nail in the coffin early.
Mm-hmm.
They had to come out of that second half. Obviously they controlled the first 4 minutes of that game. Tennessee punched back, and it was kind of back and forth there in the first half, but not being able to capitalize in the first part of that second half, I felt like was really the catalyst to driving that whole rest of the game.
Yeah, and I think there was a couple things too that Tennessee was doing that we were late to adjust to, like specifically the post-to-post lobs. We at the very, very end, Blake finally stepped down and picked one of those off, but I felt that they went way, way, way too long. They went way too long before adjusting to that. The zone was kind of a weird thing. I mean, it kind of worked, it kind of didn't. And I was disappointed also that they did not work harder to get Jamarian Bateman and Milan Momcilovic more open shots. I was disappointed, and part of that is they need to work off the ball too, and Tennessee basically dedicated their entire defensive game plan to just not allowing Milan Momcilovic to be a part of the game, and credit to them. I mean, that's what you would want to do to stop Iowa State. And they did it, but there's always a counter. No matter what you're doing on defense, what the other team is doing on defense, there's always a counter. There's always something you can do. And like the rebounding disparity sucks. And, having Jefferson solves some of that. He's got plenty of size there and he's a good rebounder. But even with the rebounding disparity, there were plenty of things that Iowa State could have done to keep that a game. The free throws, there was some dumb shots that they took, some bad turnovers, like just bobbling passes and things like that. There's a lot of things that they could have done to win that game, even given the rebounding and given the injury. Sorry, pull that one back up.
I appreciate everybody's donations here and all that other stuff. I don't want to make this a show about the University of Iowa. Like
No,
they're doing their own thing. Like
I'm not talking about them.
We did our own selves in. Like it's not even worth discussing honestly on this, post game show. They've clearly have had the better run, and we're going to have to live with it.
I mean, it is what it is. This is going to be one of those where we're going to be looking back in a decade saying, man, if Jefferson hadn't gotten hurt, we're there.
It's a postseason run of what ifs, which continually seems to be the Iowa State way here with, at least the 2014 team and now the 2026 postseason run.
But what I'll tell you, the thing I've had to remind myself all week is that this was 5 tournaments in a row out of 5 years for TJ, 3 Sweet 16s. We will be back here at some point. Iowa State will have another Sweet 16 game, maybe next year. We're going to have another shot at this. And it sucks now because it feels like for Iowa State, it feels like when you have these opportunities that it feels like they don't come along very often. So you have to try to take advantage of them when they do. But the reality is that under TJ, these chances have come pretty regularly, and they will continue to they'll continue to show up pretty regularly. So, that's maybe the solace I would take in this is that this isn't like if, I'm not even
this
sure
isn't like 2022 where we made it to the Sweet 16, but it was clear that team hit its absolute ceiling getting that far.
Right.
Like this is a program that has a very high floor that is essentially one of the, 15 best teams in the country year after year after year. It just sucks that this year from like November through March, Iowa State was unequivocally one of the 6 best teams in the country. And our season ends in the Sweet 16 because our All-American got hurt. It's just, it's awful luck, like, I don't know what more you can say. We still could have won that game tonight. We made a lot of mistakes. Everything that you expected to do Iowa State in is what happened. We didn't make free throws. We got crushed on the glass because we didn't have the size to compete with Tennessee. It just sucks, man. It just sucks that this is how it ended because this was the year. This was the team that was supposed to take the next step, and we were good enough to do it and just got dealt a terrible hand.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing too, is like to a certain extent you can control what you can control, and Iowa State can't. They couldn't control Joshua Jefferson getting a grade 2 lower ankle sprain on the third possession of that Tennessee State game. It was a non-contact injury. I mean, it's not like they could have done anything different to avoid that. It just happened. And Matthias currently broadcasting from inside of a potato.
Yeah.
I'm having troubles.
Rougher day. Matthias's internet or
everything
on the glass.
Things are not going well within the stratosphere of Matthias Schwarzkopf right now.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because
you need to go break out the Prairie Fire, from the Iowa Distilling Company, our wonderful sponsor.
Yeah,
I want to make sure I shout them out. And
Matthias forgot to introduce them on the way in.
Rip a little bit of Prairie Fire, and that might fix your internet. To be honest, pour it on your router. I bet it gets the internet going again.
I did introduce them. After I went through the whole grieving process, I did introduce that this show is brought to you by the Iowa Distilling Company.
Mm-hmm. I think as we've been talking through this thing, and we've only been doing it for 14 minutes now, but I think this is one where as soon as Joshua Jefferson got hurt, I kind of made my peace with they're going to go as far as they can. If you can't play and they lose because of it, then it was out of our control. And personally, I do my best to try to not let things that are out of my control bother me, or bother me long term. And granted, sports are different because you feel like you can control everything. But unfortunately, in basketball, more than a lot of other sports, there are just so many random bounces and things like that you just can't do anything about. And it wasn't just one bounce today. It wasn't 3 bounces. It wasn't 5 bounces, but things happen. And I find myself in a position where I don't think this is going to be something that keeps me up even tonight. I thought they gave it their best shot today that they could, or not, maybe not the best shot, but they gave it a pretty good shot today, given what they were faced with, given what they were put up against with the Jefferson injury and just the size disparity with Tennessee. They gave it a good run. And there's just not a lot more to be done without, you're losing a second team All-American that's 6'8", rebounds well, defends well. Would have been like perfect to add into this game. If Iowa State had Joshua Jefferson, could have played 2 bigs the whole game. Tennessee's offense declined significantly in the post.
He's like a 1-to-1 size comparison with Carey. Not that he's like 280 pounds or something, but like he's 6'8", 250.
Yeah,
physical.
Joshua's got the beef to mess around a little bit. Like
he could have banged around with those guys, and I mean, it just. I don't feel like they would have been able to throw the lobs and do the big-to-big passing that they did if Jefferson is in there instead of like Nate Heisey. Like, God bless Nate Heisey. He played an awesome game. And he had an awesome run at Iowa State, but he's 6'5", and he's trying to guard 6'10" Nate Ament, who's just like throwing the ball over top of him.
He did his Dustin Hogue, like he did his 2014 Dustin Hogue, where he put in a crazy good game in that UConn game, and Iowa State was just clearly short a really good player that game. And here we are.
Blake Buchanan's just not physical enough for that, right? Like Don Plate is not physical enough for that right now. Maybe he becomes that in a year or two, but as a freshman, he wasn't equipped to handle that tonight. And
Alcon Emperor, thank you for the donation for that. The hardest part about this loss is it felt like the year we would get over the Sweet 16 hump, then the Jefferson injury. I'm happy that they at least got to the Sweet 16. I just wish it felt like we went down swinging. I get that. And to a certain, it didn't feel like we went down swinging because, like in other games that we've lost, they would bury a couple threes in the last couple minutes and make it weirdly interesting and stuff like that, and it feels good doing that. But
I mean, Tennessee just executed the entire second half where we didn't, and there's really not much more to say past that. I mean, it's they limited the turnovers in the second half. They kept up the rebounding enough. Like it didn't feel like Iowa State was closer in the first half where it felt like the rebounding discrepancy was a lot larger, just on the offensive glass, but the turnovers really died in the second half. The shot making wasn't there. The free throws weren't there. It just, Iowa State did themselves in a lot more on certain aspects of everything than, Tennessee executed obviously, but to make this game closer, Iowa State left a lot out there too.
Yeah, they did.
Well, we got Penn State fans in here. We got everybody rolling in the chat
in here. Yeah. It's because all their teams have lost already, so they got no other place to go.
Let's go troll the guys whose All-American got hurt in the first 2 minutes of the tournament, and they still made the Sweet 16.
That's the crazy thing too. Is everyone?
There's going to be a lot of talk about TJ can't get past the Sweet 16. What do you want the guy to do?
It's just better. It's better to just stay off fucking social media for the next 24 or 48 hours.
Second team All-American, point forward, in the first game of the tournament. What do you want?
I'm gonna go take a piss.
If he had taken Iowa State to an Elite Eight or a Final Four, like that should have immediately guaranteed him Naismith Coach of the Year. Period. Just period. Like if he had taken Iowa State to a Final Four without Joshua Jefferson, that is Coach of the Year. Period. I don't care. I don't give a shit what anybody else is doing, because it would have to be an outrageous coaching job to make that happen. And I think it was they did a good job getting Kentucky in that game. Maybe you call it at this retrospectively, maybe you call that the dead cat bounce.
It might have been like the adrenaline in that Kentucky game was off the charts, and we had it at the start of this game. We just couldn't sustain it for 40 straight minutes. Like it really felt like we ran out of gas at about 4 minutes into the second half. It's just like, okay, Tennessee kind of knows how to attack our defense, and we don't have what we need to be able to keep up with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the nice thing about this season that you can take going forward, I mean, it's hard to carry over lessons into successive seasons anymore, just because roster turnover is so huge in college basketball. But for the staff in general, I think they can take a lesson going forward and like reminding themselves how important free throw shooting is and making sure that is taken care of. Making sure you don't have to be an 80% free throw shooting team, but you got to be 70. And I would say it's just not there. And when you have, when you get they had that spat there where Tennessee had like 8 fouls in 8 possessions basically. And they just kept shooting at the line, but they kept hitting 1 out of 2, 1 out of 2, 1 out of 2, 0 out of 2, 1 out of 2, 0 out of 2.
You want to be like, I'm trying to be respectful to Blake Buchanan, but when you're trying to come back and you're a 49% free throw shooter and you're down by 10 points with 5 minutes left and he gets fouled, it's like, that's just a possession that's going to go away. Like we're maxing out at one point here.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, I think you can fairly criticize that 49% for any player, any position, any size, 49% is not remotely acceptable. That's not, it's at least 10%, if not 20% below acceptable. 15% even call it for a big. 65% for a big is fine. But 49% completely unacceptable for him. Now, he didn't have his best game. Blake Buchanan has played very good games for Iowa State in the past. And this loss is certainly not on him. But
he didn't play great, but he's facing off against basically Tennessee's entire front line by himself.
It's basically him versus 3 7-footers, which is just, there's nothing for him to do there.
Well, Levi, if you think about roster construction, continuity, and moving parts, it does seem like Iowa State's one of the things about TJ Otzelberger is that you can kind of predict who's going to be there next year. We know who we're going to lose, but
why the fuck is this Penn State fan in this fucking comments? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Because their program doesn't matter, so they have to talk about somebody else's.
Like you have a pretty good idea of what the core of your roster is going to look like next year already. Like Milan Momcilovic is going to have a decision to make, but I would be surprised if Bateman's not there. I'd be surprised if Plata's not there. I'd be surprised if Torre's not there. So like you kind of know where you're starting from. You're not having to do the whole thing from scratch, and you can fill in pieces. What freshmen you've got coming in. You know where to attack, and you know where to try and build through the portal to fix the holes that this team had. So I don't like long term. I don't have any concerns. Obviously, TJ's the right guy to be leading this program. Oh, yeah. It just it really, really sucks tonight.
It does. 49 said, I still love where we are. Am I crazy? I don't think you're crazy. You have to, tonight sucks. Like, it's a loss. The season's over. It sucks. There's no way to sugarcoat that.
Bateman's going to take that leap, and then he's going to, I don't know.
That's one thing.
Tear his ACL in the Big 12 tournament. Like, I'm not manifesting that.
Jesus Christ.
Think about
it. Doesn't feel like that's what's going to happen to Iowa State, though.
Think about the guys that are on this roster that are probably coming back that can take that leap. Bateman coming into year 2 should be much better. Toure in year 2. If he can be like his offense the last month here of the season, from the last basically the Big 12 tournament on, if you can have that offense from Toure all the time and maybe even gets a little bit better at attacking the rim, that's a really, really good player. Bateman getting more aggressive and being better about controlling his energy during the game, that's a really good player. Maybe if Blake Buchanan comes back and you can get him, get his free throw percentage up a little bit, get him a little more touch around the rim, that's a good player. Dom Plata, maybe you can get him into his correct position, which is as like a stretch wing type of thing. Stretch wing is kind of a weird term, but like as sort of a stretch 4, or a big 3, basically. Even get him into that game where he kind of really should be and where he played in Europe. There's a lot of guys that can make a big jump going into next year. Plus, you get the new guys coming in. You'll have transfers. Just how this works now. So you still have one of the best coaches in college basketball, bar none. There is no argument to be made that TJ is anything less than top 10. You could probably make a pretty good argument for top 5, and go from beyond there is kind of preference at that point. But when you have a guy like TJ at the helm, you have consistent player development within the system. You have consistent buy-in. That gets you a long ways. I would say men's basketball is in as good a place right now as it has ever been in its entire history.
Seeing a lot of comments about Milan, coming back next year, things like that. Not really breaking news or anything like that, but signs point to good news if him coming back next year. So put that in your pocket, I guess, if you want some hope.
Brady says, we got TJ. We'll be back better. Don't worry, Cyclone fans. Let's get into the offseason positive. TJ is the best coach best in the country. Let's go Cubs. Fuck
Shout
Cubs.
out Brady. Let's go. Let's go Cubs.
But that's, to me, if your takeaway from this season is anything other than TJ is still awesome, this program is still really good. It's a bummer we lost, but they were dealt a shitty hand. I don't know what to tell you. At that point, you're actively seeking misery. And if you are actively seeking misery, there's nothing I can do for you. So that's all I can tell you is don't actively
go be
misery.
sad for the next 48 hours. I don't care. That's fair. But
yeah, through the weekend, if you want, go for it. Like if you want to watch the Tennessee Michigan game on Sunday and be like, we should have been there, go for it. I probably won't be watching. I'll probably be playing Magic or something. But it's one of those things where you can choose to seek out misery, or you can just choose to be okay with it and move on. Like,
hey, King Ali, go find something
nobody
else to fucking do.
Cares,
you
dude.
Fucking cock.
Nobody fucking cares.
Oops.
You could not pay me to give a shit about Iowa's basketball team.
Maybe if we would have got to play the 6th best team in the Big 12 in the Sweet 16, we could have won that game.
Yeah,
might
have been nice.
King Ali just realized that the Iowa men's basketball team existed.
They just found out this year. They just found out like 2 weeks ago, man. But yeah, I don't know. It's
this made me laugh.
That's a good one.
Where's the Dom Nelson people too in the chat? Like he was out there.
Shout out Lance Armstrong's left nut to donate $10 just to say, why didn't Cam Lard play?
I'll maintain that like he might have eligibility left because eligibility is fake. I don't know. He never signed an NBA contract. Maybe we just go get him.
Even if he did sign an NBA contract, why does that matter? Like at this point, it hasn't been demonstrated that prevents people from playing college basketball. So
lots of trolls in the chat today, boys. Lots of trolls in the chat today.
This is a little different. Yeah. You know what? Bring it on.
Yeah. I mean,
we're not going to put them up here anyways, but
no. Apparently Blake Buchanan in the locker room said he's coming back. So
a lot of people say that.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, the future coach of North Carolina said today he's going to be back at his school next year. So that's how things go.
I'll tell you what, though, if those Penn State and Tennessee and Iowa fans and Penn State's in here, which is fucking crazy to me. But yeah, if Tennessee fans and Iowa fans and Penn State's really, if you guys really want to troll us, then go down to the Iowa Distilling Company down in Cumming, Iowa. Buy some Prairie Fires, some Saints and Sinners, apple pie, some Iowa State 1858 vodka, and make some delicious mixed drinks. That's the best way that you can control the CF After Dark crew is by going to the Iowa Distilling Company down in Cumming, Iowa. They'd love to have you there. Just say, hey, I'm here to buy booze and troll the CF After Dark crew. And we'd love to have you there.
Go Corn.
Hell
Love
yeah, go
corn.
I gotta be honest, guys. I'm kind of over it now.
I hate your logo, but get that.
Yeah. So,
Boy.
not enough Anthony Rise to win the game. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of to the point now where I think I've made my peace with it. I think honestly, to be honest, I think I made my peace at like because it was like there was like 13 minutes left in the game, and I think Gillespie finally nailed his first 3 of the game, and I was like, this thing's probably done. And I think I just started making my peace with it back then.
Yeah, I mean these instant reaction podcasts are really tough to just navigate yourself through. Obviously, after a win, it's much easier in the NCAA tournament, and after a loss, it's hard to navigate through. Everybody's running on emotions, and everybody's saying this and that, and you got trolls in the chat adding to it. But I think
we should say thank you to Logan here, though. He started watching you guys when you joined CF. Y'all helped me get through a handful of second losses, but also joined me in enjoying some great wins. We really appreciate that. And this season we're doing we started the post games after the West Virginia game and at the beginning of January, right after the first of the year. And that first stream was so much fun. And, these streams have just been awesome this whole time. I've loved these. They're great.
We've done enough that they allowed us to get hats. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's honestly, this is the best signpost to know that we haven't fucked it up yet. Is
we've also done enough where we've also done enough where we've had a couple of you tried to cancel Matthias Schwarzkopf on Dom Nelson takes. So hand up.
Is it okay? I wasn't sure if that was going to end up on the screen. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw that comment.
I mean, does it sound like she's enjoying it at least? Or do we need to call the cops?
Does it sound like she's an Iowa State fan or a Tennessee fan right now?
Oh
my God.
Shout out.
Oh my gosh. But yeah.
Can you knock on the wall, check if she's okay or go join? I don't know. Have a threesome.
If nothing else, Nate Heisey can leave today saying he played his absolute ass off today. He was awesome. And really, the moment Joshua Jefferson went down, Nate Heisey just turned it on. And all of a sudden he was just, arguably he was the best player of the tournament for Iowa State.
Look, if anybody's screenshotting things that Matthias said in the Discord earlier, let them go.
Armstrong's left nut says he hasn't gotten canceled yet.
I haven't got canceled yet, but they had a select few that were trying. Nice job, Austin.
Austin just donating for nothing. So, oh my God. Yeah. Is that what we're calling Larry's mom now? Anyways.
Thanks, Eli. Good old buddy, old pal.
Gosh. We should, this
chat's getting horny now.
Yeah, chat's getting real horny. Yeah.
All it took was one guy to say his neighbor was getting railed, and here we are. Everybody's instantly forgot about the basketball game, and now we're wondering to know if this, did she finish? I don't know. Nobody knows.
Okay.
Oh my God.
It does. Shout out Crystal Bloom for finding me a hat. this is full disclaimer here. She's like, hey, you guys want to try these hats? And then Levi and I both said, does it fit our giant ass noggins?
Yeah, Matthias and I have pumpkin heads.
And she said, yes.
And sure as shit,
it does.
She found a damn hat that fits our absolutely enormous noggins.
Shout out Crystal Bloom.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, this is my own fault. I did bring up coming. But who doesn't love coming? That's where everybody has fun when they're incoming. You can go down. They have great booze down there. Check out Iowa Distilling down in Cumming, Iowa.
So we don't have any official like things, but like Levi and I have done some decent interviews in the past during the off season, right? So our intention, at least on the nightcap for sure, is to get some previous players from the Iowa State, football eras, whatever. We're
going to talk to Matt Campbell and ask him why. No.
Jeff, I actually have reached out to, which he's a good friend of John Walters, but Jeff Joniak, who's the voice of the Chicago Bears, Iowa State alum, he has said at one point he will try to get on with the CF After Dark crew. So there's that. I know there's some Packers and Vikings fans and stuff like that, but he's an Iowa State alum. Guy that's in the big time of the NFL stratosphere. So, with the help of our friend Dylan Sainer and all that other stuff,
I can also tell you right now that I am currently working with Jackson Pence on developing an entire series of trivia game shows for the off season as well. So we will have plenty of good shit going on in the off season.
Pods aren't going anywhere. And
no,
they might be not every single week, but that gives a little bit more time to like plan some stuff out.
Oh, post game for football is absolutely happening.
It is,
and
happening.
There's a good chance that thing gets hosted from a tailgate in their RV lot after the.
Look, I'm telling you right now, I have already. My wife is asleep by now, but I have already got out of a wedding to host the first post game show of the season next year.
Yeah. So absolutely, we'll have post game for football. No question about it.
Charlie Kohler, Mike Rose, Jake Hummel from Steve Kemp is a request.
No, they were at the game tonight.
Oh,
I see a Sam B. Richardson. I could try and make that happen.
Oh, Sunshine Sammy.
We did resurrect the life of Steel Jance at one point.
I would argue that Sunshine Sammy was a top 5 quarterback in Iowa State history. Actually, we do from CW's camper. We talked about Steve Kemp has offered his camper to us over in the RV lot. So we are almost certainly going to make that happen at some point. Oh yeah. I'm not watching that. I'm not doing that.
That might be like a 4 weeks from now thing.
That's in a month when left it all on the court.
Yeah.
Taman Lipsey, man. What more can you say for
God bless?
I just wish he had more of I wish he had more games.
Yeah.
That guy is a legend. I can't wait until 10 years from now when his jersey gets retired.
Might be longer.
It better not be.
No.
Jamie Pollard won't be here in 10 years.
Yeah.
He's a day one Hall of Fame inductee, jersey retired. I mean, we should put a statue of Taman Lipsey up there, diving for a loose ball. That's the kind of player he was.
That would rip. If Taman, the first year he's eligible to be in the Hall of Fame, he needs to be in there. The first day he is eligible to have his jersey in the rafters, Taman Lipsey's last name better be up there on the number 3 right next to Melvin Edgems. And that's, period.
Fuck, I just watched it.
You watched it?
Hey, yeah, I'm an idiot.
Are we pulling it up on stream? Are we trying to cause a bad mental health day for everybody?
Fuck it, I'm doing it.
It's 12:29 a.m. Why not?
Fuck it. Oh man. If anybody is not ready to watch Taman Lipsey cry, do not watch what's about to happen here. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, boy. Here they come. Oh, boy. Oh, God.
And there it is.
I mean, yeah, like what Marquis said, like he deserves every accolade that he's going to get. Like he's just that dude. Can that one guy go check on his neighbor? Like we gotta. That's
We got to
too
change
sad.
the vibes up here a little bit.
Yeah, that was too sad.
Hey,
Whoa,
dude,
that was-
that your neighbor was getting just destroyed in the sheets. What's the update?
Get a recording for us. See what happens.
Is that guy staying at Cycle Larry's mom's house?
All right, King Ali says play the Jefferson interview. He started off strong with the trolling game, but he's been respectful ever since. Shout out King Ali, even though your logo sucks. I don't want to play that.
Is that too sad? Is it worse than Taman crying off the court? There's
Yeah,
no
he's
way.
crying. I'm not watching that.
There's no
Okay.
way.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
I
see
can't.
that.
I can't do that right now.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, okay. Here, hold on. Someone pull up that Hilton Magic Oklahoma comeback. This reminds me of the time when I was
2026 Cubs.
I was 8 years
2016
old
Cubs
and I
World
watched the
Series.
movie Jeepers Creepers for the first time. You guys ever seen Jeepers Creepers?
Mm-hmm.
And I told my friend, like, Jeepers Creepers is pretty fucked up. And for like an 8-year-old, it's hell on earth. And I told my friend I'd watch it, but immediately after we have to watch a Monster Trucks movie, and we did. And this reminds me of that, where I need some sort of chaser for having to watch Tame and Lip City cry. I need something to cheer me up after that.
Well, if anybody needs any cheering up, my my off-season goal this year is to give up meth.
We're believing in you.
Well, I believe
Maybe
in
you too can overcome meth.
You gotta laugh through it really at this point.
Yeah. Oh,
What,
man.
what would be the off? Nah, we'll save that for a different podcast. I was gonna say, what's the hey, fuck you, Lance Armstrong.
What is the hardest drug that you'd do once to win that game?
I'm gonna let Matthias answer that first.
You're thinking about this so much.
I'm just not gonna fucking say a word.
Anyways.
Hey, college existed. All right, that's all I gotta say.
Oh,
I still feel like
did we win basketball games then?
I got offered some stuff in Boulder for the football game, and we lost. And I'm kind of convinced that's why we lost the game, because I declined.
Oh. You heard it here first, folks. Keeney's the reason we're all sad.
Austin, our other Austin friend, says he would try fentanyl.
That seems too much. That might be past my line, but
Well, considering the end result of fentanyl's like death.
yeah, you're gonna die. Yeah. But anyways, this is not doing anything to cheer up the conversation. Oh, I just saw a screenshot of Joshua Jefferson crying.
No.
Nope. We're not doing that. The good news, though, is that following this season, we are just about a month away from a spring football showcase. So that's fun. They got spring practice started this week. Saw some fun video.
That doesn't help.
Football?
Nothing about football cheers me up.
Why?
Because it doesn't.
Why?
I think after tonight, I just kind of want to put it all away until September, to be honest. Like spring football, whatever.
I'm not even sure baseball could help at this point. I mean,
Baseball,
it will.
baseball
It
will.
will eventually.
JJ Weatherholt can save us all.
Who?
JJ Weatherholt.
Who the fuck
Who?
is that?
Yeah.
He's probably the Cardinals' best prospect and homered yesterday in his debut on opening day.
Matthias, should we just boot Levi out of here and talk about the PCA and Nico Horner extensions?
I will
More like
honestly,
piece of shit.
I will honestly say, like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
He's a rookie.
I'm not trolling either. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I mean, he literally just made his debut yesterday. So, I mean, I'm not expecting you to know him, but good player. Played at West Virginia. Kind of their baseball Jesus. He usurped Alec Manoah for West Virginia. But JJ Weatherholt and Mason Wynn, they can deliver us. I would not recommend watching the Cardinals this year. They're probably going to be butt.
The Nate Heisey says, when you look back in 20 years, Taman Lipsey will be one of the Iowa State players you think about the most.
And he's one of the players I think about most, like, right now. See if after a bus trip to a Cubs game.
If I can get Chris to pay for that, I'm in.
Oh, I'd be super in. Oh, Andrew Sandberg here with a based ass take. Jordan Walker sucks. Yep, he's not good.
Dylan Carlson, though, the missing piece for the Cubs to get over the Dodgers and win the World Series this year. Dylan Carlson.
They could have had Juan Soto, but they were like, nah, Dylan Carlson's our guy.
I mean, you would have Juan Soto for like a year and a half at the most.
That's good enough. With the Cardinals were good back then. You add Juan Soto to currently MVP level Paul Goldschmidt. Great team. Oh my God.
Jefferson said he wasn't even close to going.
Maybe that makes me feel better. Is that like it wasn't just like maybe he could have played.
Like even if we got through tonight,
he wouldn't have played versus Michigan.
No.
Michigan is like supercharged Tennessee with big guys. So right. I don't.
He said he just started to jog.
Yeah. So no matter what, it was probably ending on Sunday, which makes me feel a little better. I'm watching Matthias. He's getting up. I think he's going to go take a piss outside. It's just what he does.
Jefferson, he was like basically wearing boots yesterday and like barely walking at shoot around.
Yeah.
So it would have been a pipe dream to have him.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I'm just leaning on this. We missed a massive donation earlier. I didn't mean to skip this on accident. Let's see. I don't know if we read the comment, but they donated a bunch of money and I want to shout them out. There it is. Eli Forsyth said, good work this year, boys. I enjoyed every time. Fuck the haters. Donated $50. Really, really, really appreciate that, Eli.
Not to make this sound any better, but I literally just fucking destroyed my ankle walking outside.
Were you going outside to take a piss?
Yes, and I fucking stepped in a fucking like hole and fucking ankle went.
As soon as you left, I was like, I guarantee he's going to take a piss outside right now.
It just can't get any worse.
You could have done it like you could have like been peeing and then you like accidentally like lose your balance and then sprain your ankle.
It was my right ankle. My left ankle is already destroyed from last winter. So yeah, day to day, I might be out for the weekend.
Matthias is questionable going forward. So I got a question actually for the chat as well. I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are. So we've talked about like getting some interviews and like I said, I'm working with Jackson on a series of game shows and trivia shows and stuff like that.
The cat was not out there watching me pee. Thanks for asking, David.
The cat was out there heckling him while he sprained his ankle going to pee outside. Does anybody in chat like do we take viewers? I know we did it after the Arizona game and it was a good time. Do we?
Caden, I can't remember
your neighbor in here.
Is your neighbor the one that was getting destroyed in the sheets, or like
if your neighbor was the one having a grand old time here? I'd interview them.
Should we open this up again?
I don't know. What do we think? It was a good time after Arizona, and
I think it might brighten our spirits up a little bit.
It could, but we need everybody to be responsible.
Okay, Austin, if you call in, I swear to God, if you don't act like a good boy, I'm going to slap you.
Listen, if you're not naked in the shower when you call in, I'm not interested.
Or that.
Like,
you're either going to be good or you're naked in the shower. We want
one or the other. Like,
actually, we don't want to get banned.
Well, I mean,
or do we?
We just go top up. You know, it doesn't need to be hanging dong on the stream, but like, just go chest up in the
King
shower.
Ali, you've been a good sport, but I'm not letting you call in. I don't want any Hawkeye propaganda in here.
Yeah. Nick Weiler-Babb would be fun. I think he's in Germany. That might be tough to get that lined up.
Talked to Chris Babb once, like a long time ago on the old show or on the old website. I'm sure we could track Nick Weiler-Babb down.
On ye old website.
Yeah, cease and desist. Don't use my podcast name.
Yeah, that was some bullshit that he's like, oh, let's call it the White Cast. Yeah, like that doesn't fucking exist. And he knows goddamn good and well it exists because I told him to stop putting his fucking name on the goddamn, or to put his goddamn.
Conveniently, the wide right natty light has not responded to my inquiries.
I remember he got so pissed one time because I told him not to put like nominated for graphic designer, like third place in Eastern Iowa or something like that.
I think we're past the statute of limitations of us being nice to wide right natty light, but they have
I promise I'm not going on some long tangent here, but it was.
Take your 43,000 followers and 2 likes per post, and do your own.
Yeah. Shove it up your fucking ass. Delete us off your fucking webpage.
Speaking of shoving it up your ass, where's that lady that was having a good time before?
Are we opening this up or not?
I don't know. Are we doing this?
What did we do last time? Did you
hold on? Hold on. Edwin Thorpe wants to know. My dream is to get into sports media. Any advice?
You're asking the wrong three.
Well, this might be the way.
This is sports media right here.
Time out. So as pure keepers of I claim to the fame of Dylan Kuhn and Aiden Wyatt and Jake Brend, maybe you're asking the right guys. No, you're really not. But
no, definitely not. The key is to reach out to either Matthias or I on Twitter, and then we send you through our shit.
If you make it through the gauntlet of us, you got to go through the CF After Dark farm system. Hey, I will say though, honestly, like in terms of that, like sports media and things like that, like the way like some people have really like blown up and things like that is starting digital media through podcasting live on this way. Obviously, like us three on here right now, like we have full-time day jobs, like that's never going to change. But like people like in college and things like that, working through it, like there's been a lot of cases where they've just started their own podcast and just built it up with good content, things like that, and being picked up by somebody, or you're lucky enough that you just are self-sufficient at that regard. So,
I mean, to a certain extent, it's kind of just you got to decide to do it, and you got to decide you want to do it, and be okay with just like,
be okay with getting canceled every once in a while.
Well, I was going to say being okay with grinding it out a little bit,
or being canceled.
Well,
speaking of, so Matthias, what happened in Discord today? I wasn't in there.
Yeah, were you starting some shit?
No, I
pretty unhinged.
Maybe got a little after Nate Heisey's sister.
That's no good.
No, it was good. All good.
Okay.
I would like to track Jeff Beverly down and ask him the art of the baseline mid-range jump shot. I'm sure he could explain it.
Oh, gosh, man, can you even imagine what kind of clinic that would be? Now here's an idea: a CFAD podcast from a Cubs Cards game.
Every time I've gone to a Cubs game, I've gotten like blackout drunk. So I don't know if I should like go to a Cubs game anymore.
Last time I was in Wrigleyville, I was with a friend of mine who was doing a fruit cleanse and was on like day 4 of it, and then was like also. So the guy I was living with, he went to school he went to Pitt actually, but he's from India originally, and he was also we had an apartment or whatever. We went up to the Cubs game, and he was on this fruit cleanse for like 4 days, and
sounds awful.
He hasn't had any carbs for like a week, and but we go to the Cubs game because we get free tickets to our company, and he's like deciding he's gonna drink with like keep pace with me drinking beer at this Cubs game after doing a fruit cleanse for like 4 days, and he's also just not really a drinker. And that dude threw up like on the way out of the stadium in Wrigleyville, right on the street corner leaving Wrigleyville, and then on the side of an Uber as we're leaving Wrigleyville. Oh my God. That was the last time I was there.
Hell yeah to the McDonald's cleanse. Let's see. You guys can say what you want about me. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. CW and Bren post game probably will be on the YouTube at some point here in time once they get done in the locker room and all that stuff. So it's not gonna be live. It'll be posted later. Charles Boozer.
What percentage of a Duke national championship could we claim if the Boozer twins win? Because Charles Boozer was a Cyclone.
He was a Cyclone. I'm going to say 25%.
Tom Turner. I don't think we're going to get a live check-in from him.
No, I don't.
He is in a different location today and not prepared to do a live check-in. What are you laughing at?
Oh, one of the fucking comments up here.
Show it. I don't care.
Bren grinds harder than Cyclone Larry Keith in here. Shit.
So we doing this? Do we doing call-ins or?
I don't know. Do we have enough people that want to do it?
Raise your hand if you want to call in and say some final parting shots. I'll give it 15 minutes.
I'm assuming we're talking about Tom. Tom outdrove Tiger Woods today.
All right. We'll do it. We'll throw the link in the chat.
We will cut you off if you say something dumb.
Yeah, like just like last time. If you come in here and saying some wacky shit, you are immediately getting cut off. No questions about it. Period. Preferably, if you can do video, that would be great. But if you can't, it is what it is. Okay, here we fucking go, I guess. Yeah, send one up. We're gonna see what happens. It was fun after the Arizona game. It went much better after the Arizona game than I thought. So, yeah, we're gonna see what happens here.
We're gonna let the wackiest guy I know in here, David.
David
might go hard after Bill Fenley.
Ooh, he might, and may not necessarily be totally unwarranted. Do we have how many players do we actually have left on the team? Is it three? Yikes! All right, we've got some people calling in right now. We got a headlamp. All right, first up, we're on
Edwin first.
Thorpe. What's going on, man?
What's up, guys?
You in Chicago?
No, I'm doing a McDonald's run. I don't know how I can go to sleep yet. It's a little bit too raw.
We like it raw.
Yeah. I say so does that one guy's roommate. That one guy's neighbor. So what are your thoughts right now? How are you feeling about things?
Oh, just feeling that people complain about the wrong stuff. I've seen so many people crapping on the bigs, Blake Buchanan, especially, and it's just like, man, what do you want, a 7'3", 340-pound center in TJ Otzelberger's defense? Like, what are we doing here? We're always going to need a quick guy at that spot.
Mm-hmm. It's tough too because he. What's the McDonald's?
Yeah. What's the McDonald's order?
McDouble, no ketchup and mustard, which is pretty freaky, I know, but I'm not a huge ketchup and mustard guy. But that $5 meal deal is not bad, man.
My God, it's just Tom. It's just Burger Tom.
He's raw dogging a McDouble, dude.
he's just raw dogging meat and bread. Just
Dry burger,
fucking
dry
ripping
salad,
it.
huh?
Now pickles,
I mean-
pickles on there always.
Still almost raw. That's going full
Dry
full
McDouble?
on, it's going full on food, no lube, dude.
He's like, waiter, McDouble dry. Oh my God.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh my
Or
God.
I
we've had a
don't
lot
love
of
it. I
people-
don't even know. Like, do we
Yeah,
love
hey,
that? I don't know.
Real quick, what would you say the odds are on getting Milan back? I think it's like 40-60 right now, but
I think it's greater than 50%.
I'd say my understanding is that it's better than 50-50 shot that we'd have him back.
okay. Oh wow.
We're not going to reveal the name sources, but you could probably narrow it down at that point. But yeah, greater than 50.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. That'll definitely be the number one thing I think that we're all watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And hey,
100%.
Mason Williams, looking forward to seeing that guy play.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him healthy and see what he can do. Because he's a big physical guard, kind of not dissimilar from like what DeAndre Kane was, where he can really take over a game physically, and then you just see what he can get 3-point wise.
I didn't realize how big he was until I went to St. Louis last week and went to the open practice, and I was like, oh dang.
Yeah, he's pretty physical.
Yeah, it certainly can't hurt. He's been practicing a lot here, lately. So
Yeah,
obviously hasn't been able to play, but certainly can't hurt.
we've got a massive pile up of people that want to call in. So, and you got any parting shots?
Oh,
Enjoy your dry meat.
Yeah, enjoy your dry ass burger, you psycho.
I will, and listen, I'm always gonna stand on the Dom Nelson 4 minutes a game take.
I will not say anything because people are trying to cancel me over it.
They were not happy with you. To be fair, Dom Nelson came and played some minutes today. They were good minutes. He played some good minutes today. So credit to Dom
Publicly,
Nelson.
I was wrong in the last like 3-4 games of this whole scenario. So everybody that was coming at me, like, just chill out. Like, I didn't mean no harm.
There you go. All right, Edwin. Thank you for calling in.
Thanks, guys.
Later.
Thanks so much for all the stuff you do.
Absolutely.
Dude, we gotta go to J-Rod here. What the fuck is he doing?
J-Rod's doing something.
What the fuck are you doing, J-Rod?
J-Rod is spelunking. Oh, he's also muted. See if we can figure out what's going on with him.
Hey, here. Oh, unmute. All right, J-Rod, can you hear us? Well, you're talking, but we can't hear you.
No. Can you hear us? Like, can you nod your head or something?
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear us. Okay.
All right. Here, J-Rod, here's what we're going to tell you to do. All right. Close this out, refire it back up, and then we'll get you back in on the next one.
We'll bring you right in after that. Okay. Caden, the neighbor.
Neighbor.
What's the update, Caden? Where are we at right now,
Is it
buddy?
still happening?
No, so it's over, but every night
I mean, honestly, it would have been really impressive if it was still happening.
It happens every night, and of course,
Good for her.
Every night? Holy moly. Are they married?
no, it's a booty call every night.
Damn.
Oh,
People up in City Falls are wild, and I tell you that.
That's crazy. Does she have any thoughts on the game or?
You know, she's a Hawkeye fan, so
God.
Oh, my God. Get out of here.
They're
Yeah.
procreating?
yeah. At least it stopped. We're on the up and up. But
At least it's not. We're on the up and up.
God.
Do you have any thoughts on the basketball game that took place this
I
evening?
love it. I love it.
So, like Milan just being basically a zero. We've seen it the past 2 years. Like something's got to change. If he comes back, I don't know how he's gonna make it in the NBA. Because if you have a guy like Giannis or even a subpar guy guarding him, he's not gonna be able to do shit if he can't move off the ball. Like
The NBA is generally speaking a lot better at getting guys open than college basketball is, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
He's not going to be guarded
you look
by
at, like-
the best player on the other team.
I mean, like Luke Kennard has a career in the NBA, and he's not a substantially different player than Luke Kennard was.
yeah. I mean, who's the assistant coach that like handles the offensive sets?
Presumably Nate Schmidt.
I think Nate Schmidt handles the bulk of it.
Is he also like rebounding? Because if so, that guy needs to hit the curb. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, Tennessee, we knew Tennessee coming in was a really good rebounding team. They've got a massive amount of length. I mean, they started 3 people over 6'10", and as soon as I saw that opening lineup and I saw that they had 3 dudes, their small forward was starting as a 6'10" guy. I'm like, fuck.
You know, we would have won if Matthias would have played, but
I don't know if you know about Matthias's athletic ability, but
I've heard stories. My friend's dad used to work with him, so
what? Where?
Frick. Was it Heartland Co-op or a co-op or
Mid-Iowa Co-op?
Yup.
Who's your friend's dad?
My girlfriend's dad, Brent Flander.
Bayer rep. Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah.
Small
Hell yeah.
All right.
I like Brent. Brent was a good guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or still is a good guy. He's not dead.
No, he's not.
Dead.
So.
Not dead.
All right.
Disclosure's still alive.
Let's get some other Cyclone fucks in here. See you guys.
Cyclone fuck. Okay, J-Rod's back in here. Let's see if he works this time.
Thank you, Caden. Thanks for the chime, man. All right, J-Rod. We got. Oh my God! Now he's gone.
God,
wait, this other J-Rod. We got other J-Rod. We got 2
J-Rods.
Let's see which one pops up.
J-Rod's having issues.
J-Rod's having a bad time here.
All right, back away from J-Rod.
Yep.
All right.
Also,
Todd
I saw
Voss.
this.
What's up, my homie?
What's going on?
We need to get Larry in there to teach rebounds. You don't want that because if you do, both of his knees would explode immediately. All right, Todd, what's going on?
Oh, I can't say much that hasn't been said. Obviously, we missed Jefferson.
Yeah.
Would have made a big difference in the game. But somebody other than Milan had to step up too. I mean, Nate started great at the first half, but second half it was just kind of a flip of the Kentucky game. We started keeping it close in the first half and then fell flat in the second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think the thing too, you got to...
Todd, the people want to know what you're watching.
I think it's Futurama. Need something comfort.
Yeah.
It's
what is all gas, no brakes?
It's one of those things where you got to look at it.
On me right here.
You think about it that like you're gonna think about it for a while. It's like what would have happened if Joshua Jefferson is available? I mean, at that kind of size, 6'8", down low, being a good rebounder, pretty good defender, being able to initiate offense on his own. It's hard not to look at that and wonder what kind of difference that would have made in this game where size was such a big disparity. But it is what it is, I guess.
Yep.
It's like I said, you can seek out misery by dwelling on it, I guess. But if that's your process, but
my only problem now is I can't go downtown because I live in Houston.
Woof.
So tomorrow's gonna suck.
Time for you to go buy some toilet paper and hunker down.
I promise
Yeah.
you.
What do you do in Houston?
Nothing important.
Word.
Oh.
My wife's a chemical engineer, so she's got a job down here.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
You got any more thoughts you want to fire off?
Nah, I think we'll be fine next year if but Otts will have the defense up and running, so it's not a big worry.
Absolutely. All right, appreciate you jumping on, Todd.
No problem.
Calling again another time.
Will do.
Thank you.
Is J-Rod alive or
I saw J-Rod here. What's going on? I saw his picture on the screen. We're gonna get J-Rod in here at some point.
I think that's gonna be a legendary one.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Taylor.
Yeah, what's up, fellas? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I don't know.
Yeah, doing good. So first, we've already talked about it, but hats off to Nate Heisey. What a guy.
Oh, what a guy.
So I'm a UNI season ticket holder, and I've been watching him since he was a freshman. He's a hell of a player.
Oh, yeah.
And when he was at UNI, he was the guy. He was the scorer. He did everything, defense and offense. And then when he came to Iowa State, I had the feeling that he was just there for defense. And I mean, you seen last year, that's all he did was play defense pretty much. And there was that stretch in, when Milan got hurt and from January, February, where everyone was like, God, we need this guy's head on a stick. He's terrible. Get him out of here. Where he wasn't scoring. And it's like, guys, come on. His role is defense.
Two years in a row.
Yep. And then tonight, I mean, he showed what he is. And how great is that? I mean, that is just remarkable.
Yeah.
And then secondly, I wanted to point out, I mean, how spoiled are we as fans that losing in the Sweet 16 is just, heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're there almost every year. It's and we want to get to the next level, but I mean, hey, how many other fan bases aren't getting there every single March?
Yeah. And the tricky part too is like we keep getting there, and then just something is in the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's just the universe sometimes.
And my biggest restraint against TJ was that he doesn't make adjustments during games. And seeing him switch to that 2-3 zone tonight, I was like, okay, maybe he's okay with making adjustments, because normally it's been, we're just going to play the same tough, getting your ass ball. And tonight he's like, well, you know what? We're kind of shit out of luck in this game, so let's switch it up. And I think that kind of put Tennessee on their heels for a minute. I mean, it didn't work out in the end, but it was nice to see that out of him, because lately, you see these games in conference play where they're just getting wrecked and they're not making any adjustments. It was nice to see kind of that kind of adjustment out of it. And I don't know, I'm looking forward to the future and then in next year and all that. And I mean, you got a great freshman class coming in. I mean, it couldn't be prouder to be a Cyclone fan tonight.
Absolutely. Speaking of getting wrecked, apparently Caden's neighbor's back at it.
Man, that neighbor. God damn. Yeah.
Hey, fuck you, Caden. Don't talk about my forehead.
Oh my gosh. Taylor, thanks for calling in.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
All right, let's move on to.
We got three more here.
We got three more on the line. We've got Liam.
We might need Caden to call back in.
Liam's in
while
bed.
We're at it.
I am in bed.
What's going on, Liam?
At least
I just, as much as I love Milan, like the previous caller said, the last three tournaments, he's just like plain and simple shit the bed. And I get why you want to bring him back. Like, obviously, he's going to be our next, he's going to be our best player next year, and he's potentially an All-American. But I think there's definitely a genuine pattern of the biggest games in the tournament games. He just no shows. Like, what was he today? 1 of 7 from 3, 1 of 6,
something like that. Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, you need to bring him back next year. Like, you'd be stupid not to. But like at the same time, it's like we're going to spend close to $3 million like with the IV match with him, and it's just like at some point, like Jesus Christ, man, like we need someone who just shows up in these big time games, and he just hasn't. And I don't know. It's more just me just like venting because it's frustrating that like a guy who shoots 49% from 3 on the season has just shit the bed the last 3 monumental big games. And like the worst part is like in the Big 12 tournament, he was good. Like he shows you why you pay him that money, and he's considered as like a fringe late first, early second round pick. But like the last tournament games, it's just like, dude, we need you. And he's just same old. And like,
I guess the question you got to like ask is like, is it what percentage of that is Milan not showing up, like you said, where he's just not engaged, or just something's not going right on his end? And then like,
I mean, I don't even think it's like necessarily like nothing's like, there's no way that Tennessee was guarding him any different than like what Arizona set out to do in the Big 12 tournament, right? Like Arizona was just as physical. They are a better team than Tennessee, like plain and simple. And like he still managed a way to like hunt shots and be confident and just make them. And I don't know. I mean, I'm clearly not an expert. I wasn't watching a bunch of off-ball screens of like what they were doing for Milan. Like, anyone can bitch about like what Nate Schmidt is doing in terms of the offense. In reality, you have no idea what the hell you're talking about, so just shut up. But it's just like this is multiple examples of big tournament games. We need our best player to show up, and it's just time and time again he just goes ice cold. And I don't know. It's more just me venting. Like I said, obviously you can see I'm in bed just frustrated because I thought this year was like this might be like, okay, we've grown past the Milan struggles freshman year. Last year when Taman's on one groin and Keyshawn's not even playing, like we finally have it. And yet again, Milan just
Here we are.
over. Yeah. And it's just same old, same old. So I don't know. I mean, obviously you have to pay him the money and bring him back next year, but they gotta figure something out because
My
I think
hope
it's
would be that,
unfortunately
like,
I think it's a pattern. So
yeah, the Bateman takes like a big step forward as a shot maker next year, and that those two guys can be on the floor at the same time. Because who else are you game planning for? with
all I
Milan?
got. Appreciate
Like-
you guys.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I did.
All right.
We out. All right. Thanks, Liam.
Liam, are you Caden's neighbor?
Liam just spent that. Yeah, that was the banging on Caden's wall. All right, let's go ahead and bring in Sean.
I'm gonna go roll my ankle again real quick.
He's gonna go beef it outside while he's taking a piss. What's going on, Sean?
Hey, I just thoughts like Levi, what you were saying, like the 13 minutes, like I was getting the same type of feeling. Like, okay, it just
had bad vibes.
It just didn't seem like things were gonna go. Like I guess I'm one of those type of people. Like I need to see something before I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna do it. And it just seemed like and that was even before like we started shooting awful from free throws. It just felt like it was working against us. It would have been nice to see Milan, but like they were saying on the cast, they were just trying to keep him off and not, which it's nice. I actually have a weird, interesting, not super close personal connection. So my aunt played volleyball at Ole Miss. And before she's from the Chicago area. My dad's from the Chicago side. His side of the family's from the Chicago area. So she played at Ole Miss, and afterwards, she played volleyball after college with Milan's father. And I actually found out this because like the summer before she messaged me. So just wanted to throw that out there. I sort of have a connection in a way.
That actually kind of tracks because I believe, if I remember correctly, I believe volleyball is very, very big in Lithuania. I think it's almost as big as basketball in Lithuania, which I believe that's where Milan's dad is from, right? Yeah, that sounds right.
Sure.
See, I actually asked her, and I'm like, with his first name and his last name, I'm like, is he foreign at all or whatever? And she's like, no, he doesn't speak like. His father speaks just normal English and doesn't have an accent. So she's like, it's probably something from like multiple generations ago.
Yeah, maybe.
But the last name.
Because Milan played with, I think Milan played with the Lithuanian national team like a couple years ago. I want to say. I'm not sure. And I'm not sure like how immediate the connection needs to be like to the country. But yeah. You got any other thoughts on the game tonight? Or the program in general?
I have enjoyed it. Between Cyclone Fanatic and you guys, like I just feel like I'm getting a lot of between football and basketball, especially the basketball, because I've always been more of a football person, and I got into it when I was at Iowa State from 13 to 16, and we were awful at football, so I just kind of went on the. But there are still certain things where I'm like picking up things, so I enjoy it from that perspective. And I guess the one other thought I was thinking of is I can't remember what his name was, but you made a good point. Like it sucks we can't get over this hump. At some point, hopefully it will, but we can't take it for granted that we've had 5 Sweet 16 appearances in just over a decade.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that's a good point.
Absolutely. Yep. I mean, that's kind of the thing is you got to, like, if you zoom out a little bit, under TJ, it's 5 tournaments, 3 Sweet 16s. So more than likely, if TJ is the coach, you're going to the Sweet 16, which is that's a good benchmark to be sitting at, is that we're like, more than half of the years you can expect to be in a Sweet 16. Most programs in the country do not have that type of floor. So,
nope, that's all I got.
Appreciate you calling in, Sean. Thanks.
Yep.
All right.
We're down to the final 2.
Down. Got 2 more.
Unless J-Rod
comes back in. We saw J-Rod in a regular room before, so we'll see what happens there.
I'll gas your next, Betty. Well, he was.
Oh, he bugged out. What's going on?
Well, here's how tonight went.
He's going to chug it. Here it comes. Yeah, let's go. Hell yeah, brother.
That's an Ames lager right there.
That's an Ames lager right there. Get her down.
You got it. You got it.
Her down. Good chug. What kind?
Yeah, it's a season of what could have been.
Yeah.
You can't be mad at it, but sometimes, like, we could have had so much more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, it's just much like the 2014 season. We're gonna look back at it and be like, shit. If George doesn't break his foot, maybe they could go on a Final Four run. But
that's exactly it. I mean, the comparisons are already out there. Of
I'd say at this point, these heartbreaks are like, just
and Jefferson sitting on the bench, boots on, and it's like, it sucks.
Yeah, it's just like add this to the list of terrible shit that's happened to us.
Yeah, it's another. It's the Cyclone Nut Cup kicking the balls.
Yeah, we need to get more like reasons we drink koozies made. Get some new ones made up.
Yep,
we can add this one, limited edition collector's item. I saw that someone on Twitter posted that earlier. But
just add it to the list.
Add it to the list. Yeah.
Yeah, it's another heartbreak season of some way or some form. So
yeah,
you can't be mad at it, but yeah, it's like it's the Iowa State experience.
Unfortunately, you're exactly correct. It's just what happens. It's just one of the things that we just kind of got to deal with. But I like to think we're used to it at this point.
I wish I could hook that light up right there as the scoring awesome shit, but it's like it just hasn't happened yet.
Is that a real like police light?
Well, it's the light off our engine that we replaced with LEDs about 2 years ago.
Got it.
And instead of it sticking around at that station up in the storage, it's like, well, I'll take it, and yeah, it's up there. So
interesting. Yeah. So, we got people already asking for new koozies. We'll get new koozies. Oh, Brand, what's going on, Brand?
I'll take a koozie for tailgating.
Oh yeah, we'll work on getting some koozies. We know that the koozies in the past have been a popular item too, and we had the reasons we drink koozies from long time ago. And
well, tonight's one of those reasons.
Yeah, now we've got another one.
Yeah, I'll be drinking all weekend now.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you're going to be drinking all weekend, you can be drinking some wonderful spirits from Iowa Distilling Company down in Cumming, Iowa.
You can be doing that, or you should be doing that.
I love the Prairie Fire.
Prairie Fire is great.
Prairie Fire is awesome.
I bought a bottle of the Saints and Sinners apple pie this week. If you like apple pie, it's great. It is great. I like just having it over the rocks, like just on the rocks.
So
awesome.
Hey, Levi. I think Matthias's hat needs to be a little bit bigger though too.
More than likely, yes.
The problem is, if you believe it, that's actually covering the top 80% of his forehead.
It's
all forehead right to the top of that hat.
Caden is looking for the link to join in again. He might have an update here.
Caden's got an update. All right, I'll post the link one more time.
It's been fun having you guys do this all season so far, but yeah.
Appreciate
just-
it, man.
It's another unfortunately disappointing Iowa State season.
Yeah.
It sucks starting off in Ireland with that dub, and then ending on this so far.
Well,
But we'll do it again next year.
we'll do it again.
Hopefully, it's more than next year.
Us
Well,
or
every year
basketball?
after that.
Yeah.
Oh. yeah. We'll just do it indefinitely. That's kind of where I'm
Yeah.
at with it.
For sure.
Yeah.
If you guys still like having us and still keep enjoying the show, we'll keep doing it.
Oh, it's been fun, but it's the Iowa State thing. It's like eventually we'll get there to where we break that ceiling.
Yeah. All right. Well, appreciate you calling in, Fireside.
Yeah. Well, catch you guys later.
Later.
So-
What do we got? Oh, what is this?
The neighbors getting more second chance opportunities than Iowa State. Also, don't know why my picture's part of that.
Yeah, why
but
is your picture on that? All right. Oh,
Hell of a screen grab.
J-Rod is here and on the. We can see J-Rod. J-Rod. Now you're just muted in the StreamYard. Can you
Wait,
unmute?
I'm gonna unmute it. I'm gonna unmute him.
Has he got chicken wings?
J-Rod's eating chicken wings.
J-Rod, unmute yourself. Hit it at the bottom. Hit it at the bottom, buddy.
Use your nose to hit it on the phone.
I mean, we could watch you eat wings, I guess. I don't know.
We can let's just all sit here and watch J-Rod eat wings.
hit the button at the bottom.
Oh, God, he's gone.
He's gone.
All right, we'll get J-Rod back.
All right, all gas, no breakfast.
What's going on?
There he is.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
You bet.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I was trying to wait earlier, but every time, once in a while, someone would come in, it would just go mute, and so I had to keep rejoining. So
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure
And,
why he does that. We had that problem with Tom the night he was drunk.
yep. It might be the browser. I changed browsers from the last time. I can see you guys now, but anyway, it doesn't
That's
matter.
unfortunate if you can see us.
I joined late. I was over at a buddy's house watching, so I don't mean if I repeat anything anyone has said or you guys have
Go
talked
for it.
about.
Rip it.
All right. Obviously you guys already discussed, the probably the height disadvantage, and I heard you guys say something about Jefferson being in there probably wouldn't have fixed it. It wouldn't have totally solved the height thing, I think, obviously, but and there were a couple guys that were talking about how Milan just doesn't show up in the big moments. And I'm not saying that's completely wrong, but I forget if I saw it in the comments section before I joined or somewhere on Twitter. If you have Jefferson in there, it changes the math for them. Like,
Oh, big time. Oh,
And-
yeah, big time.
and there was another part of that comment. They said he creates so many assists to Momcilovic, and just because of the magnetism that he has as an offensive presence. And even if it's not an assist, it's kind of like those, what is it, hockey assist or soccer assist, where he passes
Mhm.
it
Hockey
and they're
assist,
still
yep.
focused. Yeah, and they're still focused on him, and then it gets to Milan. So no, I'm not completely absolving Milan. I'm sure he knows he needs to play better and to show up for his team. But yeah, tonight for me, it was all about Taman doing everything he could and Heisey doing everything he could, and it just wasn't enough. And like I said, the height was just too much to overcome. And when they're not going to make mistakes, I was texting a buddy about 10 minutes left in the second half, 8 minutes left, something like that. And then later he texts back and he goes, "It's not looking good." And I was like, Tennessee's going to need to make mistakes, and Iowa State's going to have to capitalize
For sure.
for it to, for us to even have a chance. And, I know Hassel's talked about it on Iowa Everywhere, and I'm sure you guys have talked about it, the free throws. And if you can't, make those free throws when you need them, it could turn out bad. And that's exactly what happened. And Tennessee played their game. We played into their hand instead of forcing them to play our game. I don't know if you guys talked about the refs. I would prefer it to be more like the Hawkeye-Nebraska game last night, where they kind of just let the players decide. They call, in my opinion, they were calling ticky-tack bullshit way too often. It should have been more, like I said, just let the players decide the game. And I don't know. I'm not blaming the refs. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to have one of the two games, wouldn't you rather have the players go out there and decide it on the court than all the free throws and all the fouls? And because I don't want our guys to be in foul trouble. And I'd rather, anyway, that's not the reason we lost, but that's just my take on how it went down. And
it was annoying.
Yeah. So I was just going to end it with this. That buddy that I was texting, he was like, why does this always happen to us? And I said, it's like there's like a glass ceiling on the Sweet 16.
Yep. I said that yesterday.
And Iowa State just can't break through. And hopefully we get there one day. And it's probably not very consoling, but it made me think of the Eric Heft quote that he always says. It's always a good day to be a Cyclone. Some days are just better than others.
Yeah.
Today is one of the other days. And it's just how it goes.
Yep, 100%.
So anyway,
couldn't agree more.
You guys do a great job. Sorry for rambling on. I do that a lot, but keep up the great work.
This is a no rambling podcast here.
We are known ramblers.
All right. Go ahead and kick my ass out of here. And you guys have a good rest of your night. Have a great off season. Hope to see you around. And yeah.
Oh, we'll be around.
Oh, we'll be around. All right.
boys.
Thanks, man.
All right, we got time for two more here, and then that's all we have is we have
to
two
go
more.
to Caden. I'm sorry,
Caden.
Well, when Caden gets back on,
Coffee, I see you there. If you can wait 2 seconds, we're in the trenches here with Caden.
Oh, there's Caden.
Caden's hiding. Is he in their closet?
What are you doing?
I'm in my bed, bro.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
it's 1:20 in the morning.
They still going at it?
Oh, fuck! It is.
It is 1:30. Holy fuck.
Jesus Christ! Okay, continue on. All right, what do we got going on, Caden?
I mean, it's still going on. I can't hear it that well anymore, but it's going on.
It's still banging it out, huh?
Dude, it's got to be an OnlyFans model or something at this point. It's rough.
Your situation or her situation?
Both.
It's like an every night thing. I get woke up at 2 a.m. to my wall shaking and stuff falling off the wall onto my head.
Jesus.
It's awful.
Good for her.
I live in an apartment, so it's like not much I can do.
You can just bang on the wall with a broom or something like that and be like, hey, quit your loud noises.
I've tried it. No.
What a predicament you're in.
Love call
the chat wants to know if she's hot at least.
No, she's like 300 pounds.
Oh boy.
Good for her.
Oh boy.
Real question though. How much does Iowa State spend on like transfers this year for basketball? Like we got to replace Kamen and JJF, and then even Heisey. Like you need a lockdown defender. So
money
wise, is tough.
Yeah, what's available? I guess I'd be surprised if we're not spending as much this offseason because we had to spend a lot last year to retain guys that we already knew were good.
Yeah,
we're going to be bringing new people into the program. Probably not spending huge money on them right away.
The tricky part too is if you can bring back Buchanan and Plata, you're in good shape, and those guys.
They already said they're coming back. So.
Yeah, so they should be better. I think I would expect Plata to have developed some sort of offensive
full
game.
off season.
Yeah, some sort of offensive game away from the hoop. But the tricky part is that for basketball, big guys are much the same as quarterbacks in college football or offensive linemen, where they're just expensive, or receivers especially, where they're just expensive. And sometimes you're just not going to get your value because they're so expensive. So there's a few guys I've seen in the portal. The kid from Virginia Tech, I think, is pretty good. I think I saw one other one too, but those guys are expensive because the bigger programs want those big guys. So Florida will pay up for somebody, or a Tennessee, or a Duke, or North Carolina, whatever. They'll pay up to get a big guy in ways that maybe we can, maybe we can't. That's a more difficult financial decision for us than it is for a Blue Blood for Kansas or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't have a good dollar figure for you, I guess, but
they'll be attacking it to improve the roster in general and to kind of just pick up the pieces where we're at now and continue on. Obviously, TJ's mindset is not to have a drop off for where you're at, from year after year. And I think Iowa State's program is in that point where you're pairing recruiting classes with your transfer portal classes, and you're just going to keep rolling. And we've seen that the last 4 years after that first Sweet 16 run with TJ. It's just been a roster construction of guys that can get you to that Sweet 16 and hope for the best after that. So I think it's going to be no different from now. He's not going to look for a drop off, and you can't have a drop off. So just keep going. And I think one name is interesting to look at is that Graves from Santa Clara. Keep an eye on there. As your Joshua Jefferson type replacement, but you look at the recruiting class that Iowa State has coming in, and the freshmen, a lot of good pieces there too. So how do you mesh all that together and just keep this train moving forward?
Exactly.
All righty, Caden, thanks for calling in. We're gonna get to Hoffy here, so
all
appreciate
right,
you calling in.
Last but not least, Hoffy,
what's going on, man?
What's up, guys?
How we feeling?
I think there are just two big things, man, that I really want to talk about. The first is that I hope that next year we have a shit talker like Heisey. I don't know if you guys see him in those, like even during the free throws, like even just poking a little bit at those guys. I think that's a huge piece.
He's from a hockey family, and the hockey guys love chirping.
Yeah, you got to chirp, brother. You got to chirp.
Yeah.
And I think the second thing, and I've been worried about it since the beginning, but Blake Buchanan needs to be doing better. He needs to be boxing those guys out and getting those boards, and he just was not doing that tonight. I know there's been nights that he has, but it's been a huge problem. And I think Plata is going to grow into his own. He's going to be a big factor moving forward, but he just needs more time, playing the American game and being able to play against some of those big dudes. Tennessee just is a huge team, man. They got big guys that are physical and are crashing those boards. They need to find somebody like that. And I know that we were in the run-in for that Purdue guy. I know that he was a big guy, a big piece that we needed, and we didn't get that. And I hope that next year Buchanan can be a little bit better down in the class for sure.
Yeah, I don't envision the guys that are going to come back, whether it's Buchanan, Momcilovic or Torrey, Bateman, the list goes on and on here. The guys that potentially will come back and can come back. This is probably their floor of what we've seen them in an Iowa State uniform. Obviously, Milan has progressed as the years have gone on here as his Iowa State uniform. If he does come back for his senior year, he's going to be better than what he was this year. He may not shoot 50% from 3-point again, because that is an insane stat to replicate, but maybe some of his other aspects of his game are going to be a ton better. Blake Buchanan, maybe he'll have a better offensive game to him, or, better on the boards, whatever it is. Like it's not going to be lower than what they are this year. It's what's going to get better as the years, next year goes on. So that's what I'm looking forward to, I guess.
Yeah. And the thing with like Blake Buchanan too, is tonight he was asked to take on 3 7-footers by himself, which is tough. I would agree that like he could have had a much better game. Like he had to take on 3 guys by himself a lot of times, but there was a lot of times where he didn't take care of any of them,
right,
much less 3 of them. And that's the tricky part there too. But I think Plata can absolutely develop into somebody there. Maybe if you can get a high level rebounder in the portal, even if he's not like a super offensive stud, if you can get a high level rebounder in the portal, that can solve a lot of problems, especially for going into next season where to me, this felt like this team towards the end, especially felt like Toure, Bateman, and Plata are all just a year short. They're like one more year, and like one more year of experience in those guys changes a lot of things as far as being in the right position, making the right plays, being able to anticipate certain passes better, especially like from Toure when he's initiating the offense. Get those guys another year in the program. Let Jamarian kind of settle. You'll learn how to settle into his shot a little bit earlier. Plata can learn how to can get more comfortable offensively, and Toure can become more of a complete point guard. The sky's the limit with those three. Like as your core, you got me. If you can, you got Milan back. Hopefully, you get Milan back.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be done here, and with Blake there, I mean, there's your starters right there. Plus you even get Mason Williams back there and see what you can get out of him as a backup point guard. I think he'd be awesome as a backup point guard. We'll see what they come up with. There's a good core there to build on for next year.
Can we teach Milan Momcilovic to pump fake and get those guys in the air? Golly, he would be making free throws like nobody's business if he could get those guys in the air and just run right into them.
He did it a couple times this year, and it just never was one of those things that carried on as the year went on.
Well, the tough part about tonight is he tried to do it a couple times. He pump fake, would step over, but Tennessee was so long that they were able to just recover and get a hand up in front of him, before he had a chance to get the shot after the pump fake up. It was tough. That matchup was specifically tough for him. But hopefully this, hopefully if Milan comes back, hopefully he takes, today as another lesson is like that he needs to learn how to engage his kind of alpha scorer mentality.
Yeah. Hey guys, I appreciate everything you do. I'll be watching in the future. Super excited for next year for sure. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it, Hoffy. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Oh, all right, boys.
Well, I would say for us three here and everybody else that has called in here and all that stuff, we're gonna end this. But I appreciate everybody who has followed along through the basketball season here. Obviously, we're just really getting the train rolling down the tracks here on Cyclone Fanatic, for us as a new group here, but moving things forward here. And we appreciate all the support and the views and everything along the way here the last 3 months that we've been a part of the Cyclone Fanatic family. And obviously as we go through this off season, we're going to still be going along the realm with podcasts weekly, live shows weekly, and working towards the football season coming up here. So we appreciate everybody that has watched, liked, subscribed, all that good stuff. So we look forward to having you tune in as we go forward.
Absolutely. This is a donation, so we do have to pull it up on screen. Rooting for Iowa tomorrow or what, guys?
Probably not even going to
watch.
The
answer to that one already.
All of that.
No way.
Probably not watching there,
shot.
King Ali.
Over my dead fucking body. Fuck that. I hope that was emphatic enough for you. But yeah, no, I this chunk of the season here, we're getting to do this post game in our weekly shows. Austin and Matt doing the light cast, offensively offensive, nightcap, all that. This has been awesome so far this basketball season. We're looking forward to getting into summer, and keep in mind is like this whole thing was this spring was really just kind of like the test run, sort of, is just kind of getting in, just kind of finding a groove, getting into the groove with how it fits with all the CF content and just how we're going to, just kind of where we fit in this whole thing. So, as we keep going, we're just going to continue to get better, keep developing everything, and just keep building on it. We get to then, I think especially once we get into the fall, get into football season, we'll have a few different we'll have shows for that too. We've got Down the Pipe with me, Marchie Murdoch, and Jordan Harris. We'll have the nightcap. We'll have the light cast. Then you get into late October, and all of a sudden we'll have those three shows, and then a football show, a couple general shows, and then offensive will be starting back up for basketball season. And all of this on top of all of CF's coverage. So you'll just want to keep tuning in. Should be a good time.
The car, I will say for everybody, the car will be officially retired with this game. It will no longer. It's going to be gone.
Why?
We're going to start something different next year.
Matthias, I just bought a cozy coat. It's sitting in the other room.
Well, then there you go. I have no reason to go. I have no reason to keep it anymore.
We all have to have one.
I got mine.
Keeney's got one.
Yeah, I still have mine.
Yeah, my kids are getting older. Like, why keep it?
Because it's yours, and that's how we get the Cyclones to win games.
One more year.
We just keep going, man.
See, Levi, you're eventually going to have kids popping out sometime. Maybe, I don't know, whatever you guys do. No pressure. But I'm done. I'm just
Looking
poking
forward
for
to
fun
seeing
now.
in a car for football season, Matthias. It's going to be good.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. We'll wrap her up. Keeney, you got any other final parting shots we got to get off?
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, you guys said it, but I'm hoping for a fun summer. Like, summer is when things can get kind of weird and fun, and then obviously
they're going to get weird here.
Oh, it's going to get weird.
Ed, thanks for letting me crash the show. I wish we would have won. Go Illinois.
Yeah. I'm going to root for the Illini, specifically on the basis of one of them beating beating Iowa, but then two, our good friend Marchie Murdoch being an alumnus of Illinois as well. All right. We'll wrap her up for this week. Everybody, thank you for watching the CF After Dark post-game show brought to you by the Iowa Distilling Company down in Cumming, Iowa. Be sure to check out their tasting room if you can make it down there. Otherwise, Prairie Fire Whiskey, Iowa State 1858 vodka, and St. Center's Apple Pie, amongst a bunch of other very good spirits from their lineup. So check them out. All sorts of stores across Iowa, bars across the Des Moines Metro. Iowa Distilling Company. Thanks for being our partner for the postseason here. Looking forward to hopefully continue working with them indefinitely going forward. And this has been a fun basketball season, boys. The post games have been awesome. We've really appreciated all the audience, all the comments, all the conversation we've had. It's been a good time. Looking forward to getting into the summer, and we'll have plenty of fun over the summer too. So thanks everybody for watching.